So welcome to the Sunday night broadcast. And before I start, a few things. I'm going to be in New York in April for 3 nights. And there's going to be a 6-day meeting here in Spain in May. Also, if you'd like to join these live broadcasts where you can interact, just click the link below and it'll take you to Patreon. And also there's an option there to have the Wednesday night chat group and also to have Skype calls, private Skype calls with me. And what else is there? Well, the stuff on my website. Hi, Donnie. Books and things. So life is here, being everything. It's actually shouting. It's so loud because it's everything. It's the floor and the ceiling and the sitting on the chair and the sounds. It's the thoughts. Well, how do I find that? It's the wanting to find it. It's the feeling of me wanting to find it. Everything being as it is appearing as I am looking for it, but there is no I. It's this appearing as I. It's everything. It's literally shouting. And then, you hear these teachings about, well, you have to practice to get to it. You have to find it. You have to undo the conditioning. You have to still the mind and all this stuff. And when that happens, the absolutely everything, the obviousness of everything is utterly overlooked. Even though it is everything, at the same time, paradoxically, it's overlooked. The loudest thing is the only thing. It's all there is. And it's ordinary and extraordinary all at once. It's ordinary because the seeker thinks that it's going to find the extraordinary, that this will somehow appear differently or be peaceful or blissful or all these experiences. But this is not about experiences. Experiences come and go. They're utterly meaningless. And they're neither meaningful nor meaningless. They're just what they are. But what happens is the mind tries to get hold of them and sees them as an indicator for getting closer to this. And it's such an irony. And it's extraordinary because it is extraordinary. It's how can it not be extraordinary? See that the mind closes in, the person closes in, and it's closed in on its little trundling life where everything is important. Me and my life is so important. And it's a really tight little world. As this, which is that as well, at the same time, this is so utterly expansive and so utterly empty, and yet is everything. But there's nothing here for the experience of the person. There's nothing separate. So an experience of the person would be, well, it wouldn't be anything, actually. So the person can't experience this because an experience is a separate appearance. It's regarded as a separate appearance. So there's nobody here saying this, and there's nobody there hearing this. All there is this, and simultaneously this can appear as the feeling of wanting to understand or wanting to get it. Get it, and it doesn't even know what it is. It puts an it in a box and says, I want that. It puts the speaker in a box and says, I want what she has. Well, there is no she to have anything. There's nobody here who has anything, and there's nobody there who has anything. There is just nobody. There's just the appearance of somebody. And it's the loudest thing in the room. The room is the loudest thing in the room. The room is all there is. This is all there is. And it can't be found as a separate thing. And this is such a beautiful message, even though it's not about anything and makes no sense and can't be grasped. It's absolutely ungraspable, but it's a beautiful message. And it amazes me how some people insist that this is not it, that there is something else called enlightenment, and you have to work hard to get to it. That amazes me, because they're missing the absolutely everything. It's just like, well, this isn't it. This isn't it. You know, life shouting, I'm this, I'm this. And the person's going, no, 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 that can't be it. Must be something else. So I need to meditate for longer, and I need to listen to non-duality for longer, and I need to go to more meetings, and I need to do all these things, because then I'll get it. And the it is absolutely empty because it doesn't exist. It's a concept. Concept made up by the mind. But the experience of being somebody can only think in those terms. That's its default position, is to think in those terms, in terms of me and that, me and an experience, me and an it, me and the end of me. Still two appearances, two concepts really. The end of me. When will I find the end of me? But you see, this is appearing as the thought. When will I find the end of me? When will the end of me go? It appears as, yeah, I know there's no person, but when will it go? See, knowing there's no person is just this appearing as that. Hi, Joey. It feels more than a concept. It feels like a pull. It has its own gravitational force almost. Yeah. It's a world that's created in the brain, and it's so imbued into every single cell. It's such a total experience, the experience of me. But the end of me is a concept. The idea there's going to be an end of me, that is totally conceptual. But the feeling that I am a person is, totally encapsulated encapsulated in an experience. But it's only an experience. And that experience is this. It's everything appearing as an experience of myself. It's everything experience as there's a pull and there's a gravitational force. That feeling is this. That feeling is no different from the chair or the table. Yeah, but it feels different, it says. Yes, but you see, it's still appearing in the same space as the table and the chair. And I know the thought processes that go on in that. Yeah, but, you know, I still feel it. Yeah. Yeah. There's nobody here to decide whether that should be there or shouldn't be there. Yeah. Nobody can decide whether that should appear or that shouldn't appear. And it's running around in its own little world, running around in that. But it's not running around. Not really. It just feels like it. And it feels like that I have some kind of control in that world that I am. If I run around long enough, I'm going to find a way out of it. But it will never find a way out of it because it is not doing it. It is doing it as much as the chair is doing the chair. There's nobody in the chair and there's nobody in the experience of me. All of it is landing at once. All of it is happening at once. And even the feeling, yeah, but I feel separate, is happening at once. It's in the same space. It's the one space. It's the one field. And it's all appearing at once. Even the thought, yeah, but I can't see that. This is an extraordinary intelligence. The way it's all completely held together in form, the form of the computer, the form of the cup, the form of the sounds made into words by the movement of a mouth that then get interpreted by the brain into meaning. How extraordinary! How extraordinary that that a series of muscles made in the mouth can make a sound, and the sound in itself is utterly meaningless. And then there's a brain that interprets that sound, puts it into words, and then tries to make sense of it. The intelligence in that is absolutely extraordinary. The intelligence in this whole, whatever this is nothing short of a miracle. It is a miracle. It's amazing. It's a mystery. And it can't be found. That's why it's a mystery. But the person, this personal experience wants to find that, and it never will. Because it is it. It is the intelligence. It is being held, it's all appearing as a series of thoughts and feelings.